Just because you work hard, you believe in yourself, that doesn't mean that things will always work out the way that you envision them to. In your mind and in your being believe that you're going to become a professional footballer, that doesn't mean you will. This would probably be one of the most profound advices for young players that I would give, is that you have to learn how to receive a no as an answer. Most definitely for every yes, you'll get about 50 to 100 no's, maybe more. You don't need a portfolio or a list of clubs to want you. You need one. Just because you work hard and you believe in yourself, that doesn't mean that things will always work out the way that you envision them to. So for example, if you invest hundreds of hours or thousands of hours into your craft, and you truly in your mind and in your being believe that you're going to become a professional footballer, that doesn't mean you will. There's obviously an element of luck and an element of things that you cannot control that take in place or that come in place to becoming a professional. And that's not to say that you should give up. You definitely need to. That's once again the perseverance. You have to overcome those obstacles, and this would probably be one of the most profound advices for young players that I would give, is that you have to learn how to receive a no as an answer. That's you need to learn that, because I think that you'll most definitely for every yes, you'll get about 50 to 100 no's, maybe more. I don't know, I don't know the exact percentage or the ratio, but you'll get way more no's than you'll get yeses. So, and also to note, this is quite obvious, but you don't need a portfolio or a list of clubs to want you. You need one, because you can only play for one club at a time. And you need to make the best out of that opportunity for that one club that believes in you. And prime example, we all know this story, is Jamie Vardy. This guy went from pub football to the Premier League, and nobody wanted him. And I would say on a lower level, that's something very similar in terms of characteristics what I had. He's a very busy player, energetic, fast, hardworking, and I think I had a lot of those characteristics during my professional career, but obviously not at that level. But that's just kind of, I guess, to demonstrate, what kind of a player I was. Very lively, and chattery. I had a big mouth. Wasn't always good, but it's just me, man. But yeah, I truly would say that this would be one of the most profound advices for young footballers, is learning to take the no and pretty much persevering from that, because don't let a no stop you from continuing, because you'll receive many. You'll receive so many.
100%.
And you just need to know that you need one yes. You don't need 100 yeses. You need one. And make the best out of it. Make that one yes. Prove to yourself. Don't prove to others. You need to prove to yourself that you're good enough and that you can continue and that you can reach and attain the professional level. But for being grateful that you received that opportunity, prove them right.
Absolutely.
The priority should be, you need to prove yourself that you're good enough. And once you've done that, prove them right that they believed in you. And I think that that's definitely something that that should be a mindset that you should carry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I put the content out the other day, and I fully believe in that. Football is an opinion-based game.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're not always going to fit into the coach's system.
Yeah.
You're not always going to be the player that specific coach likes and loves. But like we talked about from the very beginning of the conversation, if you focus on what you can control, you focus on your strengths and what you can bring to a team, you look at yourself as an asset to help the team, then you will advance up the ranks and you will find a coach who believes in you.
Absolutely.
But if you are constantly flustered by people telling you no or saying maybe or not believing in you, you're never going to make it. But like we said, if you find that self-belief in yourself, and that's why I think training is so important, because it constantly instills the self-belief. I think training every single day and being disciplined, dialed in, and consistent with your routines for the most part of the time really helps you build that self-confidence, self-belief, and self-discipline, which is going to lead to the opportunities. So I mean, there's another quote out there that I really have loved is, if you don't want to go out and work for yourself today, go out and work for the people who believe in you. Like Giuseppe said, go out, work hard, and prove the people right who believe in you, and prove the people wrong who didn't believe in you. One last technique that I recommend before we dive into the next topic is building your own mental Rolodex. I learned this from David Goggins. So basically what you do here, it's very simple. You take out a notepad or you take out your iPhone, and in your notes, and you write the people who didn't believe in you. And every single time that you don't want to get up out of bed and train, you don't want to eat the right things, you don't want to sleep before 11, you don't want to sleep 8 hours, you don't want to do your extra stretching, go back to that mental Rolodex and remind yourself the people who didn't believe in you. And then you will constantly want to put that work in. I think for me, that's one of the best things that I've developed, that I recommend to clients, that I recommend to anyone struggling with motivation. Build your own mental Rolodex.